Man sees, man looks at the outward appearance, the Lord looks at the heart. Did you see your heart tonight? Did you see it? For 9 years, in June, it'll be 9 years that we've been doing Cowboy Church here, and I've been up here preaching and teaching, and I'll be honest, I've had people pat me on the back and say good job or appreciate what you're doing. I've had some people say they're not very happy with what I'm doing. That's just how the game is played. But while I'm up here preaching and teaching, I want you to know that for the last 9 years, Patty's been downstairs preaching and teaching. And so if you get a chance tonight, would you just thank her for what God has put in her heart, that she's been here faithfully? So thank you, Patty. You're a treasure, you're a hidden medallion. Just want to remind you, we're coming up on the wonderful season of Easter. March 20th is Palm Sunday, so we'll have a Palm Sunday service here. March 25th is Good Friday. We'll do our annual crosswalk. We've done that for how many years, Raymond? Several years, right?
4 or 5.
Yeah. So we're going to do our crosswalk. It'll be at 11 o'clock. We'll start at the pavilion in Detroit Lakes, and if you have never done it before, we walk the cross out here to the church. It takes about 5 hours or so. We'll meet about 10:30 here. If you want to catch a ride, then go in. And we'll have water and treats and all those sort of things. And it's not a torturous walk. It's not a Trail of Tears walk, okay? So if you want to walk for 100 yards or you want to walk for a mile, take a break, have some water, watch some people walk, then go out and walk for another 100 yards. That's just fine. It's not something you have to start and finish, although we have had people do that. One of the years we were so tired we got here, and then Raymond and I raced from the road to the church. Trying to remember who won that one, Raymond. Do you remember? Anyways, that's a whole other story, yes. So anyways, that's taking place, and we are inviting a Christian Fellowship Church. Pastor Tim and I have been trying to work together more. Too many churches work apart and almost seem to fight. And so we've been trying to come together and work together on some things, and so that's kind of what's happening over this Easter. So Good Friday, we're inviting Christian Fellowship to walk with us, and you can invite anyone that wants to walk with us. We'll be doing that at 11 o'clock, starting at the pavilion. And then at 6:30 that evening, we're going to watch the movie here, War Room. You talk about forgiveness, you talk about strength, you talk about prayer. That's a very good movie. If you have not seen that, that's going to be Good Friday. After the walk, and at 6:30, or did we say 6? Would 6 be better, honey? Around 6 or so. Some people will do the walk. We have something to eat. They stick around. If you want to come later on for the movie, fantastic. We'll do that together. War Room. Easter. Okay, this is the big announcement. Since we're working together with Pastor Tim, I had called him and I said, I feel like doing a morning service for Easter this year. Just to kind of, I guess, break the mold. I just felt that we should have a morning service. He said, you know what, we're actually having our morning service as usual, and they invited us to join with them in Easter. And so here's what they're doing. They're doing an Easter morning breakfast, which I thought about doing too. And so from 8 to 9 o'clock at Christian Fellowship Church on Highland Drive, they're going to have an Easter breakfast. They've invited us to join with them, and I think it's an awesome idea. And so we're going to join with them. If there's a couple, 3 guys that might want to help do the breakfast with me, we'll go over there and help those guys do the breakfast. And then the service is from 9 to 10. So from 8 to 9 will be breakfast. 9 to 10 will be the service. We will not have an evening service. So we as a family will get up a little earlier in the morning, and we'll go over there and celebrate with them, and 2 churches coming together to celebrate what Easter is all about. So just to keep in mind, we'll remind you over and over again. If you're thinking of inviting somebody, we'll remind you so that you can remind them. So keep that in mind. All right, I think that was it. Wasn't that right off? All right, I'll let you guys sing.